And then a miracle happened. They called them hybrids. Your kind.
The upcoming American fantasy drama television series Sweet Tooth has everyone talking right now. The show is going to be something like Mad Max meets Bambi. It's a real storybook dystopia, set to premiere on the 4th of June 2021. Many of us are desperate to know everything about the show. In today's video, we'll explain the plot of Sweet Tooth and what you need to know. Before we start the list, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Turn notifications on so that you don't miss any of our new videos. First up at number 1, let's talk about how DC is expanding. The world of DC is expanding. More and more comic books are being adapted into TV shows. Let's not forget Lucifer, Stargirl, Preacher, and Pennyworth. Then, of course, there is the animated series too, with hundreds of hours worth of superhero telling for comic book fans from Justice League to Harley Quinn. Sweet Tooth is one of the most popular comics to come out of the DC's Vertigo imprint. It is finally making its way to the screen. The new Netflix drama has been in the making since 2016. Sweet Tooth is based on the DC comic book with the same name, written by Jeff Lemire. It follows an Adventures of Superman, which ran from 1952 to 1958 and starred George Reeves as Clark Kent/Superman. We've also enjoyed Adam West as Batman 1966 to 1968, alongside Burt Ward as Robin in the ultra-camp star-studded TV series, Linda Carter as Wonder Woman 1976 to 1979, and more recently Smallville 2001 to 2011, and Arrow, which ran for 8 seasons until last year. Next up, what is Sweet Tooth about? This story is about a boy called Gus, or Sweet Tooth. Gus is, how can we put it, unusual. Growing up in a post-apocalyptic world isn't easy, especially if you're a little boy with deer horns and there are bad guys who are after you. Gus is sheltered from the outside world and lives with his father in the forest. Gus decides to leave that life behind and venture out into the world for the first time. Not an easy task for a boy, but he's not alone. His companion helps him see there are fun things in life like chocolate, danger, and the true meaning of home. The show is all about adventure, something we really need as we haven't been able to travel due to the global health situation. Instead, we get to watch this fantasy show that offers us an escape. It's a real fairy tale. Number 3, the creators of the show. Jim Mickle is the executive producer and co-showrunner of Sweet Tooth. He is also the writer and director of the show. Mickle is known for his work in Mulberry Street, Stakeland, We Are What We Are, and Cold in July. Mickle says that Sweet Tooth is a new kind of dystopian story. It's very lush and hopeful. We want people to come into this world where there's beauty and hope and adventure. This is a sweeping story. We ride on trains, climb mountaintops, run through forests. This is a show that makes a family, what home really means, and why it's important to keep faith in humanity. The co-showrunner and writer Beth Schwartz adds, Sweet Tooth, the series, has been in the making since 2016, and the comics existed even well before that. But I think everyone is going to relate to the show and this story even more than we even thought when we first started working on it. When you watch Sweet Tooth, you feel hopeful about the future. That sounds exactly like the kind of thing we need right now. Hope for the future. Other executive producers include Susan Downey, Robert Downey Jr., Amanda Burrell, and Linda Moran. Next, we have at number 4 the plot of Sweet Tooth. Within the Sweet Tooth universe, some kind of a cataclysmic event decimated Earth's population and possibly had an even stranger effect on the planet. 10 years ago, the Great Crumble caused chaos in the world and led to the mysterious emergence of hybrid babies born part human, part animal. Unsure if hybrids are the cause or result of the virus, many humans fear and hunt them. Nature takes over and reclaims the world from the destruction humanity has caused. After a decade of living safely in his secluded forest home, a sheltered hybrid deer boy named Gus, played by Christian Covey, suddenly befriends a wandering loner called Jeppard, played by Nonso Anozie. Together, these two set out on a journey that they won't soon forget. They travel across a dystopian America in search of answers, specifically about Gus's origins, Jeppard's past, and the true meaning of home. On their search, they encounter enemies and allies, and they quickly discover that the outside world is dangerous, beautiful, and simply exhilarating. Next, let's talk about Gus. Christian Covey is playing Gus. 11-year-old Covey has been playing roles in Lucifer, Legion, and as Squeaky in Descendants 3. In Sweet Tooth, he is playing a 9-year-old boy who is part deer and part human. In an interview, Covey talks about Sweet Tooth. First, I read the script and figured out Gus's characteristics. Then I researched how a deer moves and how their senses work. I found out that they have really good hearing. They can hear really quiet sounds that we can't hear. They have great instincts. They are very fast runners. I applied all of that to Gus. I've also been doing parkour now for about 2 years now, so I use my senses and my parkour skills to run and jump like Gus would. It was really fun. I'm like Gus in pretty much every way except that I'm not a hybrid, but we're both agile and happy and smiley. Working with Nonso Anozie as Jeppard has been great. He's very talented good, and my favorite scene with him so far is the scene where we're sitting around a campfire eating peaches, and I'm just bugging the heck out of him, asking him constant questions. We had lots of good laughs doing that scene. We're constantly goofing around and making jokes. Next up at number 6, who is Tommy Jeppard? British actor Nonso Anozie is playing Jeppard. The actor is best known for his role as Zero Zan, Daxos in Game of Thrones, but he's also been seen on the big screen in The Laundromat and as Demovo Butler in Disney's sci-fi adventure Artemis Fowl. In Sweet Tooth, Nonso Anozie plays Gus's mysterious companion Tommy Jeppard. The show will dive deep into the main characters, and we will get to see secrets about Jeppard's past. Next in line at number 7, what do we know about Gus's father Richard? The legendary actor Will Forte is playing Gus's father Richard. We know Forte for his comedic roles in Saturday Night Live, 30 Rock, and The Last Man on Earth. He's also provided his vocal talents to the films Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, The Lego Movie, and The Willoughbys. In Sweet Tooth, he is a dad who tries to protect his hybrid son from enemies by hiding him in the mountainous wilderness. Number 8, about Dr. Singh. BAFTA-winning actor Adel Akhtar is playing Dr. Aditya Singh. The British star won critical acclaim for his role in Murdered by My Father and C4's conspiracy thriller Utopia. He's also appeared in The Night Manager, Les Miserables, and as Inspector Lestrade in the 2020 Netflix film Enola Holmes. In Sweet Tooth, he is Dr. Singh, a doctor who believes that the half-animal, half-human children hybrids have something to do with the destruction of humanity. He researches on how to reverse the bizarre string of hybrid births happening around the world. Next up, how many seasons will the show have? For now, all we know is that we are getting one season with 8 episodes. Normally, when a show does well, it gets more than one season. It can still go in any direction, so hopefully Sweet Tooth is a big success and will have more than one season. Last on our list, at number 10, let's talk about the trailer. On April 29, Netflix released the trailer for Sweet Tooth. It starts off with Gus's father carrying an enormous backpack and baby Gus. They arrive at a place called Yellowstone National Park. As we all know, in real life, Yellowstone is a wilderness recreational area atop a volcanic hotspot. It features dramatic canyons, lush forests, alpine rivers, hundreds of animal species, including bears, wolves, bison, elk, and antelope. What a great choice to film a TV series. What happens further in the trailer is we get to see what Earth looks like ruled by bad people. James Brolin, who is the narrator, tells us how everything went wrong. All you see is chaos, fires, and smoke. The narrator says nature made everyone sick. Then comes the strangest part of all. After the catastrophic event, babies are born hybrids. They are half human, half animal. The first baby we see is bird-like with a pair of wings. Another baby has a piggy nose. They are incredibly cute, but unfortunately, many people don't think so. We then see Gus and his dad living in isolation in the forest, working hard. His dad warns him that if he sees a human, he needs to run and hide. Then a man comes knocking on their door, yelling at Gus's dad for harboring a hybrid child. Along comes Jeppard, who saves Gus from a hunter. Gus finds out that there is a safe place in Colorado for kids like him. Jeppard warns Gus that he cannot travel alone or he will be killed. As seen in the trailer, Jeppard accompanies Gus on a perilous journey. The story is a real mystery that we look forward to uncovering. What do you think of the trailer for Sweet Tooth? Will you be checking out the new series? Let us know below in the comments. If you can't wait until the series airs on the 4th of June, go ahead and read the comics available on Comixology. That's it for today, guys. Please don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Leave us a like and a comment in the comment section below. Lastly, turn notifications on so that you don't miss any of our new videos.